Okay, guys, this kick is for the win. Labels out.
Here we go.
Wait, what?
Our proximity to the field creates a parallel connection between the bottle and the ball.
The outward-facing label simulates a smoother contact surface for the kicker.
It's like magic, only real.
Really?
Yeah.
Bud Light, for the fans who do whatever it takes.
I'm here to answer questions. If you have any questions?
No.
Other than how's practice?
No opening statements?
No opening statements. We'll let you guys get creative.
How good was it to see your offensive line intact? Basically, you had your opening day starters there for the first time?
Yeah, we felt real good about it, during the week, the way Scott had practiced and the way he'd been working together with Rob, so it was good. Overall they probably played our best game. Now we had some issues, which you're going to against that good defense, but the results and the production from the run game reflects that. They did a pretty good job up front.
Did Scott look rusty at all? Or?
No, he looked fine. And the good thing about his game is he felt real good after, so didn't have any issues and felt good. So we got we should only get better up front now with him working himself back in and having played a couple games.
How's Danny today?
He's a little sore, but he's got a chance to get back on the practice field.
Is that throwing back to play, or is this something that is going to make him sore for a little while?
Well, he's healing, but it's going to take some time to where he's back to 100%. So we just have to watch him during the practice week.
I just want to ask you about Rob Turner. Has he been, obviously you thought enough of him to sign him, but his level of play this year, has it been a little bit of a revelation for
He's been solid up front, yeah. He has a really good feel for what we're doing, the system, and he's been real good for Sam and been solid with all the calls and very consistent.
What did Danny do in pregame to convince you that he could play?
Well, he just ran around. He ran around and just basically said that he'd be able to work through it and be able to play. And it was, he didn't do anything. He tried to do some stuff on Saturday during the walkthrough and just backed down. He felt like he needed another day, and so we just we highlighted the 90-minute mark before kickoff just to see how it was going to be.
Was it a conscious decision by you not to play him in the second half, or was it just kind of the way it worked out?
He got a little sore, so we just backed him down. We felt good enough with the group that we knew we weren't going to get 100% of the snaps out of him, so we played him in a couple personnel groupings, and he started getting sore, so we just backed him down.
As a coach, to have that fourth down drive, and I think you made reference to it at the end of the game, where
I mean the fourth quarter drive, yeah, right.
Where you chew up 7 minutes of the clock. How demoralizing can that be for the other team, and how much of a lift can it be for you?
Well, it's kind of what we had talked about, not only at halftime, but also at the quarter change. That this is how we're going to have to win this game. Is the offensive line is going to have to take it over, and they did, and with some help from Jack. So it was, that's how you win games on the road. When you have a lead going the fourth quarters, you have to keep the ball, and that's what they did. Did a nice job with it.
What kind of growth did you see from Gibbons? I know he had the suspension a couple weeks ago.
Well, you're seeing more production, different types of production. The first few weeks it was the long balls, and now it's he's making the short catches and runs, the jailbreak screens, and then the third down catch there in the fourth quarter was a big play for him as well. So he's coming. As we said, we want to get him involved in the short and the intermediate passing game, and he's coming along.
Seems like both Jenkins and Gibbons played very well since the suspension. Can it be a wake-up call for them?
Well, the issue has been put aside. I don't think the issue had anything to do with their production prior to them being sat down. They both have room for considerable improvement. Both of them as an overall contributor. Jenks has he has 2 pick sixes in a game, which is, I say we could attribute that to the reason we won the football game, because we got the ball in the end zone twice on defense. But, there were still other things in his play that need to improve, and those are the things that we have to focus on with him.
The realization that, hey, this can be taken away from me, or, sitting out a game in the NFL is a big thing.
It is, and we felt it was appropriate, and obviously they put it behind them.
Coach, what does it say about Sam that he was able to put
the interception in the red zone behind him and flourish early the rest of the game?
He doesn't, he doesn't let those things bother him. He tried to make a play, and it didn't happen. Peterson made a great play on the ball, but he doesn't let those things bother him. He knows that he can come back and make a play, and which he did. It's a tough defense, and his numbers this year reflect it, that how good they are. But at the same time, he made the plays when he got the opportunities to make the plays and made the good throws.
Any concern over Zerline? He missed that 35.
No, he no concern. You know what he did? He just it was way too fast. He was in a hurry. You got a good inside rush and hands up, and he was just way too fast. He was 1-1-3, and he's normally around 1-2-0, and he just rushed it and pulled it. But I'm not concerned. His leg's good. He's not over kicking, nor is John during the week. He's fine.
Just part of it, maybe he hasn't had a lot of chances. Seems like
It's been quiet. He hasn't had a lot of opportunities to kick. So, and then when he has, you go back to, the San Francisco game or go back to the Miami game. Those are unique shots. So, just a normal field goal. He hasn't had many opportunities. But we've also said that our touchdown to field goal ratio was skewed early, and so it's kind of hopefully it's moving back in the direction we need it to be.
Can you talk about Lance Kendrick's development? It seems like every week he's getting almost better as a blocker.
Yeah, he's really improved. He's very, very strong at the point of attack. That's why we're using some of the wham blocks on the defensive linemen, and he's very effective there. And then, he's getting open, he's completing the catches, and he's running after catch. So it's good to see him progress like that.
Game goes on, you see Jackson getting better, maybe overpowered.
I think what we saw out of Jack yesterday is what we're going to see the rest of the year. It was pretty impressive effort yesterday. It was fun to watch from the sideline.
Kind of put the offense on his back at that time.
He got help. He needed help. He got it from the guys up front.
As a coach, do you sleep better after a win? Is the plane ride better?
No, as coaches, we would prefer correcting games after wins as opposed to correcting games after losses, because you can be a little tougher on them.
Any health issues besides Danny?
No, we came through it. No issues, yeah.
That was
Hard-fought, physical game. We came through without any issues.
very little game.
He's progressing.
Coach, is it a big deal to you that you guys are undefeated in the division?
Well, you say that, with an asterisk. But obviously we got 2 left, and, I think this game's really going to tell us where we are as a team. This is a really good football team coming to town that's in the playoff race, and, they're the team to beat in our division. And, we got close but didn't get it done the first time, and so it'll be a big challenge for us.
And that's a wake-up call for them, right, when you were with how well you played in San Francisco?
You can call it whatever you want. I wouldn't call it a wake-up call for them. I would call it a hard-fought physical game that neither team won. So
You still feel like you got a shot at the playoffs, or?
we're just going to focus on this week against the 49ers.
That's it.
Yeah, within the overall record, how big a deal is the division record, though, just in terms of evaluating where you are relative to?
Well, it's important. Your success starts in your division, and if you're able to win games, most of the games in the division, then typically you have a shot to play in the postseason. Now we let way too many games go early, but you've got to compete in the division. You have to build yourself to compete in the division, and so far we're on the right track. We're not there yet, but we're on the right track, and it's nice to be able to sit down and say that we've for the first time, I guess, since 2004 or 5, that we've swept a division opponent, and so now we have to keep going.
League-wide, everybody's making a big deal about Kaepernick. What did you see from him in that first game when you played?
Well, mobility and accuracy. We didn't confuse him. He made plays. And then to come back and do what he did on Monday night, against the Bears was pretty impressive. And then to carry it on again yesterday was impressive. So, obviously, the differences, just the subtle differences over the last couple of games is that the ball's going downfield with accuracy. And now you you take their running game, which we all know how talented and good their productive their running game is, then you add the vertical passing game to it. It makes a huge challenge on your defense. Okay, thank you.